So by the time I went to primary, which is around 96, I was able to compete. Layman, I could write my name and all those things. So Selosesha primary all the way up until grade 7. Then from there, Magoka High. After Magoka, my whole life capacity.
That's it.
In fact, my dream was to be a doctor at 25. And if like this a school like with my first semester in that program, university program, I would have achieved that thing. Let me just share my life from high school up until where I am today.
Wow.
To just give them an idea that if black child is possible, everything that was put on my own, faith and temperance, it is possible. And also putting in the work.
We want to achieve, man. Don't want to put in the effort.
Run from the nations, our guns will whip. Then you gon' die and the girls won't cry. Me and K-Dog in the black Cadillac.
Hello, we're back again with another episode of Vista and Friends. And today, guys, I've got a special guest. He's a doctor in engineering, you know. Let me give you a bio before kids at a bio, guys. Welcome to Dr. Tshepo Kukuni. He does research in electrical engineering, whereby currently Uberga goes CUT at the Department of Electrical, Electronics and Computer Engineering. He has 7 publications to his name, with the most recent one named Machine Vision for Device Tracking in a Smart Manufacturing Environment based on Augmented Reality, which was published last year in 2023, December, on ResearchGate, so you can get the articles there. He's also the youngest Ph.D. go CUT, ne?
Yeah.
You one of the youngest, yes. He has a book also out to his name. It's called Memoirs by Dr. Tshepo Kukuni. So I'm glad the doctor was able for us to give his time for Abel Rona today. So we're excited. It's gonna be an explosive conversation about him, about his journey. As also remember, subscribe, like, and share on this EP, because you're gonna learn in terms of how he wrote his first thesis, those challenges, because some of Babang Barona so we have someone who's been through the trenches, who's worked the journey. So in saying that, the good doctor is here. Number. To start off this conversation, in terms of your childhood, where did you grow up? How was it like?
Okay, no, basically, Thaba-Nchu, Selosesha. So I grew up in a very big family. The families are mostly our biological parents. So I grew up in a setup whereby it was my grandfather, my grandmother, my cousins, my aunts. So we're a very big family of around 10 in a 4-home house. Not bedroom. In a 4-home house whereby you couldn't even see, because there were no privacy and all those things. It was just a jolly kind of setup. So yeah, pretty slow.
So growing up in Thaba-Nchu at that time, which primary did you go to?
Okay, so in fact, let me put it like this. I got the privilege to go crèche. So everything my mom was teaching me how to write my name. So by the time I went to primary, which is around 96, I was able to compete. Layman, I could write my name and all those things. So Selosesha primary all the way up until grade 7. Then from there, Magoka High. After Magoka, my whole life university.
That's it.
Till today, university.
Yeah. So you've never been to any other university
Yeah,
except CT?
I went to UP, but just for the small courses. But my origin, my blood is CT. And funny enough, I never thought in my life I'd leave CT. I thought I would go to school, work, like everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, life happens. You have to go outside there.
So your high school Shapa primary, you know, Magogo is done. Wow, it's amazing to hear. You never went to crash Magogo. Wow, that's big. Because most of us are all we never think Magogo would put you in a position where you can compete without actually going to crash. That's big. When you go to high school, how was your high school like?
My high school it was nice and sad, especially when it came to music finance. Despite me growing up more for house, we were financially stable. But it came to most easily both my parents and their jobs. Now you would imagine now the family, you go off more than 10, including now my family and my parents, biological parents and the siblings. Now we have to live grant all of us. Now, so it was a bit difficult, but luckily with God's grace we had to soldier on. And fast forward, with the friends that I had, it was you wouldn't feel, oh no, when I want to Kas'lam. Yeah, the friends that I had were there for each other till today. But the other thing was, I didn't have the privilege to say when I'm given a homework, there is someone at home who will help me. So you have to figure it out, to do it yourself, because obviously maybe my parents are not that educated, my grandmother is not, everybody did to the utmost best to say, hey, this one's a really and so you have to figure it out, try to balance, at that time you don't even have the resources. But yeah, you just have to soldier on,
And here you are in high school. What kind of guy were you in high school? Let's keep up.
High school, for me, really focused more on, honestly, it was soccer. Like it was 100% soccer.
So as you play soccer, yeah, you don't look like a soccer type.
No, I play 100% soccer. So to an extent that it even now affected my academic performance. Because if we did the tournament, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you go bowling all the time. So even when it came to matric, I was only started Hubara before the following day. I was seeing you go bowling Sunday, yes. The following day. To an extent now, I even remember this day. So, it is big strata, then get strata, then get another high school ground, so, because it's a moment
yeah.
So, like, I'm not writing today. I go, but I'm going to go bring a gun in my head. I'm going to write. Can I know that I quiet? I can't try to go again. No, we're writing life science now. And I'll go get to 8. Like so bad. Okay. I don't get my age. How many kilometers took him a talk him? But again, I think lucky that I might say, not lucky person to say it is gift from God. So that thing into me, like into season. You say, I'm able to memorize, I'm able to learn fast. So those are the things that I was asking myself, not even after this year's camp. Would that day, okay, you know, how would what would have happened?
Yeah, because that was a risk.
Yeah, I would have failed. And again, if I could have failed it, I think my life would have turned really like differently. And again, in retrospect, with soccer, the way they get so passionate and deep on if I never got the opportunity to know the trial I want to go to the trial when you get here, usual people, you know. But I'm like, if life then I could have played soccer. I'm a professional. Then maybe I feel it's there and never completed my studies. You see, even when I got to CUT, I still had that passion to say, hey, let me push soccer. Push soccer, first semester showed me hell. Showed me hell. To an extent that I almost got excluded.
Wow.
I got excluded. Yeah. But out of 7 modules, passed 2.
I mean, it was no such thing
No such thing because now when we get practical, see, Jimmy try to Jimmy. And that time, you are doing computer engineering, which is a very difficult course. Because it comprises of IT, it comprises of electrical light, it comprises of heavy kind. So all in one basket, you're doing more modules than any other course. You get 0.
So if you play soccer, because mostly but ball, it comes with popularity and it goes with the ladies.
I'm trying to avoid it.
It goes with the ladies.
No, honestly, when it came to ladies, I listen to her. Listen to her. Focus. I would even sometimes think, how to get busy now? I think about this is good for me. So you're there, to start dating, going, we can really to say start dating. I think I've done that 2016 until point now but later I wouldn't, but there was one lady, look up that one, she's the one who I'm going to meet this guy.
So here you are at Greta Matric, you passing well academically or blind. After finishing school, did you ever see like supporting anyone from rising up until CUT? How was the support like in terms of your parents and the dream to push further studies? Because I'm asking this in terms of a lot of young guys back in finally they want to go more, but they don't get the support they went from good. How was your support structure?
Not quite easy in terms of support structure. It was there. I remember after passing matric, I had 2 goals: to study biomed or medicine, and to either go to Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University, UNISA, or Vista. Those were my 3 universities that I wanted. But because I didn't even understand how UNISA works, distant learning, that's why University of South Africa, I'm there. So I didn't know. Then what happened? I was promised bursary Tancom. Went, okay, now study electrical will support you. Then go there, don't even know what is NSFAS, don't know that my father Hassan to give me the registration. Went to CUT. When we get there, don't know what is happening. Got into a course, computer systems. officer from Mark, but I don't know. You will be programming. Programming? Understand? Absolutely. I will pretend unless if you're going to go and play. So my dad is asking, like, no, man. So why was I studying radiography? Radiography. And I'm like, look, I can read you. No. I'm going to get in my program because at the end of the day, telecom is study anything engineering. So just try to push it. That is how we can appeal more engineering. And with the family support, it was there. I would, honestly speaking, I wouldn't miss a class. Basic or what. You know, I want to disaster, but they really helped us to be where we are. Because all the time I had money and lunch, even though before NSFAC Popa. But to go to school, that every day I had the money.
They were there
throughout.
So in that time on Twitter, before Thaba-Nchu, you actually studying the course and Ivan. Friends, the same friends were still there. Or did you ever find yourself feeling peer pressure and lining and hanya?
No, well, see, it so happened that the friends that I went to high school. High school like a transition. I know everyone now get every man for himself. every man for himself. We would keep with the contact there and there, but I guess that close. But we'd share when we still be there, but now we're starting to have new friends now, of which it is people very low. Currently in my life, we will talk about it later. I see them as my family, as opposed to those ones. Because I always say to people that again, whether you are a wealthy guy or not, immediately or transit to get a post-matric, then it is everyone for himself. If skipper suggesta Ohaluna, Nanamagana, replay. So everything is just they're so that is how the friends is looking at others. They said, no, or now we don't see videos here. I'm military. I'm like, I stick to the
So you never like academics was always you had a vision and I'm gonna be a doctor one day.
Yes. In fact, my dream was to be a doctor by 25. And if Nagisa Sokula, with my first semester and that program, the best program I could have achieved that thing. Even by 24. Because I finished school at 17, I could have 24, 23, I could have done it.
Yes. So which means focusing was something you always had that focus in terms of academics.
Yeah. It has always been there. But problem was soccer. I was so vested, like it nearly affected me. My life. But
then here you are, like better your first 3 years, you get your degree, post-degree, masters. How was that journey like writing your first masters? For maybe I'm asking this for someone who still thinking, but I don't masters and my born research methodology doesn't know how was the journey like for you?
Okay, so this thing when I started I did a diploma, just to give a bit of background. I did a diploma. Remember, I started doing a course that I didn't know. Now I'm struggling as one programming. I'm passing this other subjects, but I'm failing this one, and this is a major. So I had a major, a blogger, majority in the subjects. Then I came to a realization to say, Again, it's every guy exam was going to test it. I'm able to study, say, get exam. Obviously, you get your timetable, you start preparing for exams you study. But what if the very same effort and energy I put down I to run exam, I do it every day? Will that help me? Then I'm like, okay, that is the first thing a transcript test. Second thing, let me take this subject E1 to focus it alone. And there is a friend of mine, he was good, he used to be a friend of mine. Then, yeah. So I'm like, this guy, if he was studying this subject, how would he do it? Because this programming is not like math, it's not like life science, it is something completely different, like something. But okay, let me start. Then I go, okay, I started now focusing only on this subject. Passed it, around 60 something, 63, 68%. Like, okay, no, this thing was
it's doable.
Yes, it's doable. So, to make it short, it was just focus and coming with a strategy. Yeah, we help us succeed. Then, okay, come program that was program 1, programming 2. I'm like, okay, now it subject is in. I must use the very same strategy that I use because I saw it works. Again, it produces results. Of course, the subject is good results I'll fail. Then, even if I have class 3 in the afternoon, I'm going to be 6 by 8, you go CUT, then I must study. You know the office, you know, the office, then I would study so out up until that class. Every day. Then I was able, this subject will get other subjects were easy. I was passing, I was giving those one were easy because normal, I was coming to school, normal like life science, those again easy. But I'm telling you, programming 2, after test, we do learn a lecture, after exam test, I do learn to discuss a question paper. I was even able to correct and that guy even got angry that I got 74. Then I'm like, well, or some 75 distinctions. Rather, let's go for remark. It was so angry because people have to correct you. I was so able to say, okay, you can apply for remark, it's fine, but you must know that I'm going to be strict, that won't even surpass 60%.
Mosiano, that's a biased mentality.
Yes.
All the way with that,
so I'm like, man, it's fine, let's leave it as it is. But when I person, you know what you did, this is unfair. But it is what it is. Then, programming 3, I'm like, that thing, this same strategy works. I'm telling you, programming 3, I had an exam. Before the last assignment, I had 78. That's happened before the last assignment. When the last assignment came, I think 83 or 88%. Then the very same subject, the aim is to say, because how we can go University of Technology. Back then, I don't know how they do things. Normally, you get 2 years, then the third one, get experiential training. Immediately, I got experiential training because it is even applying.
Which means you were that good. To go in they fast forward you to say, I got
the internship. Then when I got that internship, I'm like, okay, let me rather continue with BTech. Then did BTech, passed it record time, no issues. Then, because people now reading about BTech, they make say BTech difficult, but I'm like, difficult then because you fix it up time without any struggle. So I'm like, okay, let me study, let me go for masters. No. But then you constantly ask people, hey, masters was difficult, blah blah blah. Of which I don't understand really. If someone has student 8, abata to say difficulty. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand. So I'm like, let me push this thing. Then spoke to some doctor, and he recently became a doctor that guy. Okay, when I had to start masters, yeah, I agreed, okay, no. So it was me, Josie, and Bex. That guy had a very big project. And he said, okay, this master salona, quick cut into 3. I'm not about to push now. But these guys, Bex and Josie, they're not that interested. I'm the one, okay, trying to push this thing. This guy every Saturday, open a day, and bear in mind, I sat down that time, I sat down to CUT. I was working like a slave. Pahama bisa 4 in the morning.
Yes.
Ikiwaga bisa 8.
Afternoon. Yes.
So that guy every Saturday will come. I people. Wabanana. The one is do. Is home. Go start again.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Then Josie sends him his proposal. It's like, one of Josie. At that time, Josie's also not working. Requested him. I told Josie to come and help for me as well. He doesn't want to come. I'm not going to entertain him. There's a time we and kids continue. After 5 months, more, this is not the way to go.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a spelling. I remember the one special use for Sardine. Oh, that guy made me got stupid. Oh,
Yes.
Oh.
Great. For spelling.
For spelling. After I'm reading for him, I'm like, no, this guy doesn't know how to spell. Then I'm like, I'm going, I'm changing this thing. This guy I'm gonna Then I changed the supervisor. I said that I'm professor from Prof. I need to get a supervisor. I want to start your masters. I said, okay, I have 2 people for you. Dr. Lewis then and Dr. Godson. Then I'm like, I will deal with Dr. Godson. They introduced us with them. He made an appointment. I met the prof. Said to talk, we spoke. He gave me 2 topics. I knew I put in 2 weeks around. Then he said, this other one, it was working on image processing. Then he said, but there is someone who's doing Ph.D, so you will be that person. I'm like, I'm not here for the PhD.
Yeah, because it's like a push up.
Because everything that I'm doing, and I just see the result I'm doing. I'm not here to do that. I think I'm a man. Then he gave me an alternative the topic to say, let's work in the free piston engines. So give alternative engine. That time it was really the load was high. So it was all go and give energy solution. And I'm like, okay, now we can do this. I said, okay, now this is how we're going to work. Every 2 weeks you submit something to me. Oh, okay. No, that is doable. Now I have this group now. Essentially, I can't go CT now. I have this group here, break engineers, which is my guys working bar. Like I can ask 10,000. Those guys. Well, imagine that. Now we start a master. Hey, criticism comes. No. Masters what? Masters what hard. Others say, no. Master said it is weak. CUT.
Serious?
Yeah. At that time, these people got CUT.
But they're saying that.
Others say, no, honor. Remember that my course, it is IT, it is engineering. So others will be the IT side. Yeah. So, no, in IT, we don't need, they don't need masters, just need certifications. Okay, guys, you are telling me, oh, who is the CIO? I certificate here. I'm like, okay, no, it's fine. I'm a good, okay, I'm like, these people.
That demotivating, like about that courage to
the energy that I need. Then I started speaking to some lady, Lindy, she's a lecturer at Ph.D. I started assisting me. I push a proposal. When it came the time here, came so I would defend that topic. Now that's when I'm like, I'm doing masters. Now, then intimidated, but again now, fear is that guy on the mobile lounge is going to make me look stupid.
Or he's part of the panel.
So what they do, which is very nice, they take all the lectures department, then go present to the public. Yes. But they don't just criticize, but for like a positive criticism. So when I got there, that guy was not there. Thanks God. Thanks God. And we started going with the prof, going. Then it so happened that we got to Devon. I think that time, when you need the time fill up FNB, just fill up FNB, then concurrently, St. Dixon finally go Devon. Yes. Then when we came back, I was not feeling well. Can't to find out who we appendix, and we needed to be removed immediately. Yes. Then I'm telling the guy, say, please get a lamp for get admitted in the hospital. So it was for almost a month. And that guy, he was helping me write, Then after that, I'm like, what are you on chapter 4? Wow. Many more have done this. Then again, you have to now produce the articles. Then you apply for a conference, go visit. It's like I don't know how to can you present on your own okay? Right now I'm afraid. I drove all the way.
Yeah, that's where you presenting to other academics. It's your first time.
It's my first time. Then he presented on my behalf. At the end, and then they were also giving the inputs. And after that, we sat down, rediscussed those inputs. After a few months, done. Come and start. I'm about to say, we are ready to submit. I'm like, hey guys, we're seeing people now. Let's the dissertation I went for marking now, go examination. Hey, man, now everyone is starting. Now it's like, if somebody do it, something. Which is one of the issues still. But mostly I like to speak about black people because well, how do we see from our hearts? And to any like I don't check on. If this person can do it, I can do it. But you don't understand how this person actually achieves to see. The sacrifice that they did, everything, you don't understand. And one guy, sharp, I passed masters. That guy, trying now, studying it. Okay? That guy, it's my people. Come to sir, we draft the proposal. Now, I can see what I expect now.
Because you've done it, you walked to the path.
So, this guy, I'm staying with this guy in the same place. This guy had no better start a master. I say, okay, you go, come to some proposal. When I gave this guy the comments to say, hey man, this should do this, blah 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 blah. That guy doesn't listen to me.
What a way it's according to him.
Hey, so what happened, and I also introduced him to another doctor. Now I'm starting to have network.
Network, yeah.
So I gave him the comments. Then takes his paper. We send it up. That lady doctor. Doctor, I remember that time. We know go keep. And the Friday I will just email that lady. I can check out. Okay, get that guy. Already we said it
without the correction saying. Wow.
Then I'm like, okay, it's fine. We get it again. We get out. Let's say documenting since that comments. Give what I need you. And we go in half. Yes. When I get but I tell the very same thing. Yeah, you brain because it's a moment now. Yeah, we're going and then let us just give each other space.
Yeah.
Deal with people that you think they know. And that guy never even did your work anyway.
Yes. Yeah, because of this clear mentality of which goes back to the same thing when he didn't know why and I hate it. He thought it easy.
Yes.
Then because we achieved it,
so just to answer your question and to see for a difficult one, it can inspire but it must to another patient. You just have to have a dream, and a dream without timelines, it is useless. It's not even a dream.
Yeah.
Because you will keep rounding up. But if you have this is one of the quotes that I use in my book, of which I will tell you the other book is coming.
Yeah.
That one, I'm afraid I won't even have obscenity anymore. But I'll just give you a sneak peek.
Yeah.
So it still happens. You say, I want to be a doctor, whatever. But by when?
You timelines.
Yes. What is the roadmap to get there? What are the resources that are needed to get there? Those are, I think, university. When I grow up, I want to be a doctor. When I grow up, I want to be a chartered accountant. But I understand if you ask to have those types of ambitions. But now you are post-matric. You say, okay, I'm studying, you get to be a chartered accountant. But how are you going to achieve that? You see, by when? That is very, very key, very key. I know you come to that question, but I want to, this will also answer what I'm saying to you. My dream, after my dream was to be a doctor at 25. But because of the delay, and I must check, 25, already there is a timeline.
There's a timeline, yeah.
Now, because of that success that it took me to complete my diploma, I had to move to see before the journal calendar, I should be doctor. Because for me, that is my view. Someone can criticize it, that is my view. If you are doctor at 50, what contribution am I going to do?
So cartel,
yes, you see your thesis is there, your articles, but your thesis, your theoretical thesis, what does it do with the community? Nothing. So, again, when I started my Ph.D, I wanted to have a course supervisor. And I'm working with this master's supervisor because that guy is my father. Like, even now when I'm going through the rough page, just call him. So I'm with him. I'm telling him, hey, prof, I want another prof. I was reporting to another prof, Professor June, at that time, to be my course supervisor. And he said one thing to me, to say, remember, when we started with your masters, you said you want to be a doctor by 30. So if we bring another person who will be supervisor, that is going to delay us in helping you to achieve your dream. Because it might take me a month to read your chapter,
and the other one
a month, then we find, we have meetings, we get endless meetings, then you, eventually you will graduate, fine, but in particular, you will have a PhD, but happiness before it will be there. So that is what I'm saying. It is always important to have your timelines.
Yeah. So what you say, and to dream is also like really important, because one thing related to this question that I have to, when you go into a PhD and a master's, are they the same thing, or PhD is different to a master's? Like for someone who doesn't understand doing a master's and a PhD, the difference is
Okay, I'm going to answer this in two ways, and give you a little bit. There is a reason why I want to look for masters. The second thing is, there is a reason why I want to the masters like internet. The masters by the cube of PhD.
Yeah.
So they are not the same. They are not the same. PhD, masters, it is introduction to research. We are teaching you how to research. Even when they mark you, they are not strict, that strict. And there is a bit of innovation and novelty for masters. But when you do PhD, number one, contribution to human knowledge. Number two, novelty and innovation. You cannot come, oh, you're a doctor, but when we check your thesis, I want anything innovative. There is nothing novel, like in China. You see? So that as a PhD. And one could argue and say, in this 2024, there is nothing new that will be developed. I can agree to that to a certain degree, but that is where the element of innovation comes in. Because innovation, in its definition, it is improvement of existing processes.
Yep.
Yes. So you see, you are improving something that is already there. That simply means you are adding novelty to what is currently there. Yes. So that is the difference. That is why there is a deputy president of South African Association of PhDs. National.
Wow.
There is one doctor who was saying that he had to go to hospital a function memoir because of time and okay, and PhD, there was a time we applied for a conference school with West University. The response to them, I was crying. Feedback on those people. I was crying every time looking at prof. I can't see this.
It was bad.
Bad. Like you feel so stupid. Okay, to the later, like stupid. And he said to me, remember, it is your name there and my name. And I also authorize this thing. So don't let this thing demoralize. So issue that he raised, which is very, very, very critical, is that South Africa, we don't want to collaborate. We don't want to even assist each other. The comments that those people were they were not positive criticism. It was now as if we don't know what we're doing. And the very same thing, and she said to me, there is a reason why I never like who delivered conference in South Africa. Because here, when we get feedback, it is not positive criticism. But who criticize and undermine knowledge. He said, okay, if you want to give up, it's fine. But I want you to go home, win a hand. After that, after win a hand, come back to me and take this very same paper What do I want to deal with those
Comments, yeah.
comments and those people? But we're going to apply to another conference with it. Then after that, no one has a debate about whether they accept the publication or not. I just want you how to put that decision how you will talk about PhD. The feedback we get the are they the same? If this one is still like this one, then you say you want to give up, then it's okay. But if you see that this one, there is those comments, but they're positive and they're teaching us, then I would pursue, I agree to say you can continue, so it's up to you. Then we did that. Then when it came back from the conference, it was almost 4 comments, positive comments, and those things say, okay, we see, yeah, it makes sense, these things. And I even went to Italy to go and share that article.
Wow, nice.
With this one,
yeah.
So that is the issue that South Africa has. And it is also demotivating people. And another thing that amuses me, you study PhD but you don't have funding.
Yeah. How's that possible? Like,
and NRF, honestly speaking, is failing us. Although apply, it is a long and unnecessary process. Because I don't understand. If your university and only this clearance to say your topic or your proposal is accepted by the university, and it is what is this thing? It is not plagiarism. Lack of better word. I don't understand why NRF doesn't just say from this university have 5. We want 5 people within electrical. We want 5 within. We want how many? This is our budget. Then this is your application form. The application forms are just difficult. I don't understand why. I just don't understand. So I went to Italy on my own cost, own expenses. I'm still paying Canadian.
That's nice. So that's where you went to the conference where you.
Yes.
Ghana was the this week.
Yes,
the articles.
I'm still paying Canadian. Because I can all those expenses. Even now, as we speak, I don't even have the certificate. Because I was in university, more than 70,000. Because I was paying for myself.
But yet, you are this young guy that they claim also.
Yeah.
You have the youngest PhD.
Yeah. So
it's something. Yeah. Now I want to get to this point, Daniel. To be the youngest doctor, how did that feel? Like that moment to be told, hey, love, you are the youngest doctor to graduate from this university. That moment.
You know, Kano department thing on Department of Electrical Engineering and Electronics. I'm the second black South African to graduate PhD.
That's nice.
The first one is Dr. Kukuni. I'm the first one. And within that, if a computer systems, I'm the first one to have PhD. And the youngest to have PhD.
Yes.
So, again, when I got the results, I remember that moment, I think it was around COVID, yeah. I was just sitting at home. I get a call. I'm like, hey, Prophet is calling me. Okay, what is now? Hey, God, be with me. It's like, how are you? It's like, no, I'm fine, dog. Okay. I have news for you, but this news, they need you to sit down. I'm like, yes, I feel it here. That's the first thought that
Yeah.
I'm like, I failed. I had to congratulations, doc.
Jesus.
But, bro, yeah, I have new blood. I was like, what's this? I don't know, you have passed without corrections. Damn. And you must know, on Ph.D, we don't say like you masters to say you have cum laude.
Yeah.
But you don't even see your results. You don't have results. They just say pass, fail. But your cum laude, in our interpretation, if you pass without corrections. I didn't do even a single correction. Okay, bang weight.
Damn. Jesus.
So that's for the best news. Like, immediately after that, I just called my wife. Like, hey, mama, remember we agreed in Layman. If I pass, we don't regular Johnny Blue.
Yeah.
Tell you what is going on. Now you must call me doctor.
Damn.
I started to tell the guys, call my parents, and my guys came immediately. And just made a hell of a party.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a moment.
Oh, wow.
Because everything that you did was towards there. Yes, as I can imagine.
Wow.
So that night, this should be.
This should be. I thought wife of mine still was with that video.
Julian, that's a 2000 whiskey.
I worked hard.
Yeah, for you deserve it. You worked hard.
I finished my PhD in 1 year 6 months.
Damn!
1 year 6 months.
That's a record.
The reason I graduated after 2 years is because we were doing food publications. We can't graduate without publications, yeah. But in terms of us, it is yeah, 1 year 6 months.
Jesus. So now when you get like the youngest doctor, that's. So what happens when people see you in your department? Then no, it's a.
Then I left VUT. I went to go Innovation Hub, which is almost similar to what you guys are having here. Then now the now. Go welcome. And to tell you a story that will make you laugh. Remember in our earlier conversation when I was telling you that the guys that went to IT, they were saying, hey, IT doesn't need blah, 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 blah. Now I'm heading IT. And now, I was asking them, I think 2 weeks ago, to say, guys, I'm pushing masters now, starting to get masters. And because now, you won't have money go to management positions without masters. Whether now you're in government or in corporate, you will need that masters. Now, almost 5-6 years later, what I was saying, they've gone now by
yes. And the thing with what you told them, well, at the end of the day, time moves.
And even at work now, as we speak, I went there heading electrical engineering, and after a few months I got bothered. They moved me to IT and to also fleet. So I'm heading 2 departments because of once or experience you don't need to be a specialist in any particular field, but you just need to know how to strategize and how to think out of the box. So I was telling them, guys, no, you will forever be technical.
Yeah.
You will forever be technical. You come, now you just come. I want this app and what, do it. If this is the timelines. I don't have to know how to do
it. You don't have to, And also, I think comfort zone, people get stuck in their comfort zones, forgetting what to grow, you need to be out of your comfort zone.
Exactly.
And being out to accepting new challenges.
Exactly. So that is the issue that I'm seeing. And now again, most of my time I like to engage with Thaba-Nchu. the youth to say, problem to do when a position comes out. I studied IT, I'm only focusing on
IT.
But if for that position, your business development, I don't want to apply for that position. I worked in a business environment for more than 5 years. As an IT specialist.
As an IT,
So you navigate, and once usumula oyaku management team, what you need is to think strategically and to see who every employee in the company there is value for money for the organization. But how will you ever get to that position if you're saying, now I'm good at Python? Yes, that is good. Okay, you can do whatever. But will you ever obey beyond just being technical? So that is one of the things that we have to teach the upcomings to say, whatever that you do, think or see beyond what you studied for. That is why now you see who head your IT, but is an advocate.
Yep. Yeah.
So those are the things that we get the mentalities that because of our experience, because of us traveling here, we get from different organizations, with that mentality that we have to instill, especially in the people who are in the environmental community. Baba Kakundi, to say, and I studied accounting, I'm only focusing on accounting. And this now leads to what? To high unemployment.
Yeah.
So, because we are all clustered in one, we are all clustered. I was so surprised, I saw something. Okay, let me give a simple because we're in school. Mahua, they don't study for the sake of no doctor engineering. They study because they see an opportunity in that particular course. I saw and I was surprised, I didn't even know that there's such a course. Import export.
Yeah. There's a course in import export.
I'm like, what?
A course literally for import and export.
Yes. Wow. Not even logistics, import export. Wow. And I'm like, wow. And when I checked the profile of but when we were studying a course, almost 98% of them were white people.
Damn.
Then I'm like, wow.
There's something.
Yes. Oh, not how I see no other thing.
I
only know other thing when I was doing masters, but I saw we take time about. So those are the things I think we should do. The exhibitions the science expos they must come up with start to be innovative. All the science expos but there is no one who say, yes, we have this line following on. Okay, then what? We have done it, okay, then what?
Yeah.
You see, because the police are all those things. Then what? Those are the questions, but I'll answer them.
So, before we get into the book, would you say, are we producing enough young black youth who are getting into the spacist academics?
As South Africans, not entirely. We are producing students. Doesn't it? Let us produce students. We are not producing knowledgeable students. Omoto just goes But in terms of critical thinking, you must remember, I always argue with my boss, which is a very close friend of We always argue about education in America. His view is always to say, I don't need to go the educational center.
And a formal educational center. Yeah.
I can just go to YouTube and learn how to You see, we always say that. But my question to him is always to say, going to school, it's not about you passing and developing Facebook.
Yeah.
It's about critical thinking and innovation. Are you able to think? Are you able to solve? Because if you come and say you develop a Facebook, for instance, do you know that you don't just wake up and say I'm coding? There is a process, a thought process that goes. Where do you get that?
School.
Yes.
That's formal.
Yes.
There's a formal way.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get right. Now, okay, all of us will say, okay, why is there more than 14 subjects? What is the relevance? What is the relevancy of algebra? No. No. But it is all about problem solving. It is not literally about you writing X, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not solving the problem. That's solving X. It is a problem that you have to see. Are you able to think? Are you able to solve that? For instance, no, you're not cheating. But there's no one who has to solve. But that is something. But we're talking about education.
Yeah.
We say we have these universities, we have I think 27 universities in the country. But are you telling me that out of, say, 30,000, you had graduates annually from these 27 universities? I'm just talking about engineers. Is it anyone who's able to solve that?
Yeah, and there is a solution in it.
Yes. So that is why I'm saying to you, we get our education system, it is problematic because South Africa is copy and paste. That is why even our researchers, most of the researchers, they are not society focused. They are not solving South African challenges. We are just doing researches for the glory of saying I have a thesis. But
at the end of the day, it's still a struggle on the ground.
Yes.
So you're saying that these researches, they don't impact what's happening on the ground at the end of the day.
Yes. But in retrospect, we might applaud government to a certain degree to say these transfer stations, they have developed them, but now the other question is, are they effective?
Enough, yeah.
You see, because if you graduate 5 master students and 5 Ph.D. students that are working on water treatment plants, what is stopping these TTOs, transfer technology stations, to take these researchers? What is stopping them? How do they even come to determination of which research are we taking for piloting to open a business career? How do they come to that determination? What makes this one the one that is selected over the other one? You see, so those are the critical questions that we have to ask ourselves, and not just ask because it's becoming likes to say ask. We never say we ask, we come with solutions, we implement there. You see, the money is there. Money is the procedure.
Yes.
It's a procedure. You know, I'm going to give you an example with you. My PhD study, it was around augmented reality. To say when you get into a manufacturing plant, whether it is SPOM, whether it is cookware, because if was in a knowledge of the plant, you will go to the SCADA or try this SCADA, I don't know where to try it. But with the app that we developed, the AI app, When you get there, you just show, you just point to whatever which it shows in the profile associated. If there is a malfunction, it shows there is a malfunction, this is a malfunction, blah 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 blah. All those things. You don't need to be an engineer to operate that machine. Okay, there is the data, it shows you the data, it's everything. And I tried to say, let's pilot this thing in a live environment. We did this, yes, in a lab, but let's try it till the level of the responsibility office.
Yes.
You see, so what are these people doing? Why are these people getting paid?
It's like this innovation in Yanku and then it becomes shelved for years into Legamo, whereas problems are still there.
Yes.
And then solutions in it.
That is why people are so discouraged to start doing a master's and PhD. Because they say, okay, we see that there is a thesis. Okay, what value does it have to me?
Yeah.
No value.
No value. Because of the lack of implementation. Yes. So we should credit that also to the universities themselves, because some of them, they don't implement these things.
Okay, that is where the issue is. To say the issue goes from Department of Higher Education, because as the custodians, they're the ones who should enforce. You see. So if they don't enforce, nothing will happen. It's like, for example, now that we know that there is a drinking driving, for example.
Yeah.
But if there are no police officers to enforce that there is no drinking driving, it will happen.
Yeah.
So despite how much policies and how many policies we might have, whether they're good, whether they're bad, but as long as there is no implementation, and for us to assess if a policy is good, it is through implementation, and we learn from those experiences through the implementation.
Yeah, wow. That's something in you. Now we get into the book, the memoir, the book. Like, can you just explain the thought pattern that goes into say, I'm gonna write a book? Because someone might think, how easy blood, just script. What goes into writing a book?
Yeah.
And Lloyd, where were you at in terms of your mind to think of, let me write a book?
No, you know, in terms of writing a book, how it came about. I think after I graduated, there was a hype everywhere. It was
The other side, even
so I have to get very careful. So there was something. Then I told the guys, the black engineers, to say, guys, I want to have a part, but financially I'm sharp. Can you guys contribute? Then others were like, no, let's just make it an intimate. I'm like, no, guys, I don't have money, but that one, that's intimate. And they wanted us to host it, go motel. Go Bloomington. No, you can't do that. I'm not from Bloomington.
Yeah, Kas'lam.
I was selling with different people.
Yeah.
So, okay, the guys, the porter, wife, financial, all of them. So, I ended up, we got some contributing, some not contributing, and getting some few people to assist me. Then we're like, okay, we can pull this thing off into the lady catering, get off for this country, so. This is for time. Everybody now is
yeah, they want to be with the God association.
So we're like, okay, we can pull this thing. I'm sending an invite to the prof. And before I send the invite, I'm like, at that time it is the COVID since we're able to have the parties. And I'm like, shit, will prof even come? What about the talent? What will I want?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me just send the invitation. You don't care if he comes, he comes. And I sent him, and I was thrilled. I said, wow, I'm honored to invite.
Yeah.
Can I even come with my wife? I said, wow. You know, Prof, what is it? So, no, fine. We had a party, very big party. Then we had something in it, they call it graduation convoy. I had a very big convoy around town. Even police were happy, you know, it was nice, very, very, very.
Yeah, that's big, man. That's
It
big.
was big. Thaba-Nchu. So after the whole party and a few weeks later, I'm like, but what about other people who didn't have the opportunity to celebrate with me? Let me just share my life from high school up until where I am today.
Wow.
To just give them an idea that it black tie is possible. Everything that you put your mind on, and if it's in determines, it is possible. And also putting in the work.
Yeah, we want to achieve, man. Don't want to put in the effort.
Don't want to put in the effort. So I'm like, let me just write a book that we will share that with the community of the public that was not there. That is how the concept.
Wow. Yeah. So I need to get myself a copy, I think. For personal, but where do we get the book? Where do we get it?
No, you just call me or WhatsApp me or my publisher. So I just share the details. The number that is 083 4230 412. And my publisher, let me check this.
Yeah, I'll also put the details of his details on the description below on this EP, guys. So if you wanna check it, check on the description of this EP.
Okay, 071 557 3231.
That's the publisher.
Yeah, that's the publisher. But I will give, in fact, you are lucky. My guys are coming now, they keep them, then we'll meet later.
No, nah. Thank you. So yeah, the books you mentioned also that the second one is coming. What's happening there? What's happening?
The second one, it is a bit controversial.
Yeah. So you are challenged guy. You are troublesome thought patterns.
But again, this upcoming book is not there to discredit anyone whatsoever. I was discussing this with Dr. Friday, a colleague of mine, to say that, Doc, we say that we are doctors, but we are the ones who are free to ask difficult questions. So if us, because we are just, we just see, our bread and butter, but in us asking difficult questions, we must not just ask difficult questions without coming up with solutions.
Yeah.
Then it is pointless. If we see that the state of our country is a dismay, then, and we're not doing anything alone, why then are we leaders? Because as PhDs, as doctors, we are leaders in our own rights. We are leaders.
Yeah, you are leaders because you come up with, you see the problems and you come up with solutions in a manner of papers.
Yes. So we discussed that. Then I'm like, I'm writing a book, and it is co-authored, this one by 3 other people, by Maneo, Joe, and Biggie. So this book title, let's listen to this: The Layman Perspective on Innovation and Adoration of Politics by South African Youth.
Wow.
Discussing the reasons and impact that lead to youth opting for political career path as opposed to science, technology, and innovation.
I'm getting goosebumps. Wow, that's a thought, but yeah.
So the reason I thought of writing this book, it is several issues. First one, if you were to put two youths now, what they are. Oh, okay. If I were to give you an option to be an entrepreneur, to be a politician, to go to school or get a degree after 4 years, which one would you opt for?
I'll choose politics because they seem easy, no? Quick math.
Exactly. That's the first one. That's the first one. Secondly, it is the society that we are living in or at, and the leaders that when we go around Kasi, or do you see someone that you can say this person is going to be an ethical leader? Is this person going to take us forward in the next 10 years? But I'm talking about just a youth in jail. When you engage them, you see that there is no motivation for youth to say, no, Tshepo, I want her in the next 10 years to be a minister. What will just say, now whatever can take me out of poverty.
Yeah.
But then, is that the future that we want for our kids?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. So this is what we are discussing in this book to say there are challenges. This it is what we see as the challenges, and from the interviews and discussions, informal discussions that we are having with people, we are not saying we are not political gurus. We don't giving deep
with politics.
deep with politics. But we are saying from the interactions, the informal interactions that we have with people, with the communities. I can't do the like it's sharp. I'm not so we did time. Oh, we're not comparing the book at 315.
Sure.
So those are the things that we're trying to solve, to say a person has to look themselves in the mirror and say, was I really born for poverty?
A deep reflection.
Yes, deep reflection. Is this really me? What can I offer? And in me offering, with everything that the opportunities that the government are providing, we know we are so many, 15 million, 57 million, we cannot cater for everyone.
Yeah.
But with the little that the government is trying to do, I, as Tshepo, can I compete for that? And in me getting that opportunity, what will I bring to the community? What will I bring to the state? You know, okay, those are the thought processes and what do I want to say? Provoking questions that we're asking. But we're not just asking questions. We are even again coming up with solutions. Yes, solutions that we say this is what we think from our view. Now, everyone has their own views. Yes, and this it is not an academic paper or academic book where you want to say, no, you are misrepresenting facts or we're just saying from us as Batrakasi, as this, we're just putting it into a book, but we are also saying from our analysis of everything that is in the compiling the book, we think, like for example, this thing of motoring law. Now I don't want school, I don't see value.
Yes.
If Tshepo and I masters at this medication,
why I
guess you see. So those are the things that we are coming up to say. Those are the mentalities that we have to change.
Yeah, because that mentality, I never understand it even now. Mama, just because of that degree, they forget that at some point, education it's a backbone to everything.
Exactly. And you know, Mobani, I thought of something like that. So there was a report. I'm not going to go into politics, but yeah, I don't want anything to do with politics. So that's why I'm saying that this book it will maybe if someone
invigorate the mind to start thinking.
But again, if someone I banner in a negative manner, they will think that I'm fighting politicians and I don't. That's not the case. I don't have But there was a process, a thought that I got yesterday. I will go again to say that. Oh, let me put it in this fashion. There was a report, actually late last year, to say that I don't remember exactly the number, the percentage, the actual percentage, but KZN, I think more than 40%. Let me just say more than 40% of councillors couldn't read and write. Let's listen to this, and I don't want to be a politician. Right. And now the first question is, if this report is true, what are these people saying in cancer? What value are these people bringing? What are these people signing for? We don't know.
Yeah, it brings a lot of questions. Yeah.
What are their KPIs? All those things. And I thought of something to say. A good Methodist, you have to go to school. So sometimes you have but we go to school or pass. So why can't we implement the very same rule?
Principles in politics, yeah.
Why can't we implement that? But from what I'm hearing when I'm saying to people, I think that the government is implementing now to say that you have to have minimum qualifications and all those things. Just what we need, because we want our kids, when they grow up, to not use politics as first a scapegoat, number two, again as a means of education.
Yeah.
Again, in the book I call it easy bucks.
Yeah.
We must stop that nonsense. Again, every person who is in leadership, whether private, of which private, is one thing that people don't never criticize.
Yeah, we never criticize private.
Because in private, let me ask you this question, maybe you will answer me. In graduation, you see, maybe say 3,000 people per graduate. Oh, let me rephrase it in this context. In your class here, I'm talking about university, 90, who graduate 20. After that, where do those people go to? Because when you get to corporate, you only find that the people all of the bottom are even limited.
Yep.
But those people are never criticized. Why is that? And you even go to an extent that you do all the work for them. They just say you must never they will send an PDF. Want you to send everything to your own weight.
Yeah, so that yeah.
So maybe those other things stay on in the book. So say everyone keeps criticizing government. And if you work for government, by default,
yep.
How you get to understand that people can't even perform to the optimal best.
Yeah.
Because everything you are thinking, okay, what if?
It's always a what if question, yeah.
We know that you have to do your due diligence, you have to all those things. But why the same principle is happening to cooperate? For instance, check out standoff.
Yeah.
PwC. But those things just fade away.
They fade away.
But
Yeah.
with government, how do we then, as the upcoming leaders, how do we change this perception?
Perception, yeah.
Because now everyone, there's no one who wants to work for government. All the best minds, they are corporate. And you find that other corporates that even underpaying the people.
Yeah.
But if it was government, it would be, you see. So this is how what the book, to say we are looking at the entire spectrum. We are looking at both government and the alien view. Say we speak with people informally, so that's not an academic thing. Because people write a book based on the discussions that we have with people, and we come, and even in our informal discussions, we're not going to have then control in the shop. No, just like as a layman person. We don't want these discussions it is with layman people, not professionals. With layman people. Because one issue alone as people is to say that a person who is in oil land is confined can't think a solution. To find out this person circumstances the one thing, but any child would have. And when you speak with the person, what they say makes sense, and sometimes because when I leave ego, you won't even say shit. I've never thought of this. Then you will just take it and say, but you're going to implement it. So that is again the upcoming book. So we wanted to publish it by the end. We're supposed to publish it today, but I'm still trying to consult to say I don't want this book to be used as a weapon in terms of the upcoming elections.
Yeah.
I don't
want to avoid that conundrum.
Yes. I don't want it whether to be used by the oppositions or by the party. So that is not why I wrote this book. So I was telling the co-authors and the publisher to say, let us just publish it by the year around 16th of June.
When we actually after the election,
after that, we will do the elections. Because it might be clear suicide, this thing. Because other people might interpret this book to say, this one, if it was not because of this book, we could have got
you want to avoid putting yourself in an
yes.
As politicians are cruel, these guys are cruel.
I don't even but just in a nutshell, that is what the book is about. To see these are the issues that we see and that the communities are seeing, and this it is the solution that we think might assist. Maybe those solutions that we've put in our chapter 5, some people in space and so forth, they've already published on there, they have the reports and so forth. But this is just a book just to
refresh the minds, to invoke that thinking. Thanks for that. And guys, remember the book is coming. There's also book memoirs by Dr. Tshepo Kukuni. So get the book, his stories there. In closing, as a guy from Thaba-Nchu, you've achieved this success you're achieving. What do you want to be remembered as? Like, how do you want Thaba-Nchu to remember you, your people, and your kids also?
Okay. You know, the first thing that I asked in my speech during my graduation party, I asked a question. Why is it that the monuments, when I talk about the structure, the statue, district names, you name are only after politicians.
Yeah, that's a good question. And some we don't even know.
We don't even know. Start saying Blanco Shoni. King Musa Street. I don't know who's that guy. Never seen that guy.
And let us have so then I don't know who's there.
So, wouldn't it be the time for us to change what was happening before, to change it to now, to say, if Tshepo is the first person in this street to achieve a Ph.D. in this complex course, why don't we rename the street after him?
Yeah, wow. I never thought of it like that. Wow.
Then everyone who stays in the street is able to relate, to say, we're not supposed to come from home. We're not supposed to
Yeah.
Yes. You see, then no. That's about and that must not be a permanent thing. If someone comes, for instance, now I'm a doctor in computer engineering, someone comes resemble Professor Mawala in the next maybe 10 years, 20 years, a director University of United Nations. That person has surpassed me. My name must be removed, this person must be there.
And you are.
It's from my street, must be there. That is where we put in healthy competition. Now, but that thing, it has never been. I don't understand.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
You see.
We're putting names out who we don't even know. They've died a long time ago. We can't even relate to them.
Exactly.
Because what you're saying is right. Because the people can relate to it and you're still alive.
Exactly.
You're still alive.
Exactly.
Wow.
And this brings back to what I was saying earlier to you to say. What I'm going to
Yeah.
what's there for me. But if someone no, what I said, how did they start saying you are going to work hard?
Yeah.
You see, yes, there will be obviously there is money involved, you names and all those things. But it is worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Because everywhere it is Mandela. You know what I did? Everywhere it is. So why can't we say, yes, everyone has done their part, they've done their part. Now this is new challenges. In this it is the new vision. Let us make and encourage this new generation to compete healthy.
And celebrating the heroes of today.
Yeah, celebrate the heroes of today.
Because we can't always reference the heroes of come on, like
yes. So and this, you know what it does. It is something that for a person like me, I've always criticized that I don't understand why wasn't the state the professionals.
Yeah.
It's
always politicians.
You see. So it says, okay, if you want to have a statue, to have a building named after you, then you must be a politician. That is where that is a body that I don't even know.
Yeah.
You see. So that is the things that we have to now start changing. So that is the first thing that I would want to be remembered on. I want the status of to be named after me. And if there is someone, whether I'll be alive or whether I'll be dead, that person surpassed what I could have achieved by the time I died. That person, then my name should be removed and a new person must come.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Second thing, I want to be remembered as someone who's passionate about education. In all aspects. Again, I'm passionate about education. So that is the second thing, Third thing, it is about religion. But I looked, I think it was on Thursday, when I arrived, I went to church, from church, Majida, because it came Majida. The way good time. The way nobody entered the book again, you see that there is something wrong with either again our upbringing or the way again there is something wrong.
Something is wrong.
Something is wrong. So I okay, want that when they remember me, to remember me as someone who knew who in my book, the first book, at the back is about Saka, so I said, because when I was even writing that book, another Madala was like, Layman, why is it that we don't show what we're getting, or even more getting we can produce? We can produce it for something. Because every time people they look again,
Negative, yeah.
But when you ask me, oh, okay, what is the done to? Doesn't know the reference book we share of which those and those nonsense, it is being allowed only in South Africa. That nonsense.
Yeah.
So those are the things about number one, they made me what I am. There are friends of mine that would say, but for me, as Lutorana,
Back to God,
yes.
man. Yeah.
I will talk to you, but I can go lie. I will keep doing that. Secondly, it is about education. Thirdly, it is about love for family and friends. More than they will my guitar. When my wife was cooking, so when
Yeah.
Number 4, it is around this thing of heavy minding or independent. And this thing I can emphasize. Should someone be more than achieve more than what I have achieved, I should be respected because I was given a certain point where if someone has got a diagnosis, it is not about balancing it is with the time that God has given you about you. What have you done with it? Were you able to make a difference, yes or no? If we were able to make a difference, let us honor you while we are still alive. Because you know one thing I always say, like, with the guy because we just for 2 minutes. Because people come and borrow blood like we were going with things. But a person failed to say I love you.
Yeah.
There is a friend of mine, is the co-author of this new book, Joe. Joe is the only person you see, every hard with I love you. I say that is so gay. But sometimes my wife will always say, Joe is genuine and all the blood people take something pain. Luna even though they tell us people know you were not gay thing. But that is what I always say. We must do things, honor people while they are still alive. Because how about you? We are not even sure that they're here.
Yeah, once it's all like a wash, of course. Monday is back to reality, back to square one. We see that, Dr. Tshepo, thanks for coming in on the show, man. Thanks for Zwakala. This was an EP Lightning Blind. I learned so much about you and as an individual, and I hope guys will be those who are watching this EP. You've also learned also to say education is also key, and do things that will make you be remembered. So we want to thank the good doctor for coming on to Vista and Friends show and shooting this EP. So subscribe, share, like, guys, because this is one of the most exciting episodes that I did. I enjoyed myself, Munana. So like I said, thanks. So guys, see you on the next episode. Galang.